Hello Runescapefar fans, it is I, Runescapefar, and today's going to be a Photoshop video. We're going to learn how to make spheres in Photoshop. This is a very simple, easy thing to do. So first, let's go ahead and start with the new screen here, so that way you can see how I got here. I don't want to open, let's do new. We don't want pixels, we want inches, and we're going to do a 10 by 10, something small. Okay, now then, you want to grab your gradient tool right here. Normally you'll see it as a paint bucket. Just hold the right mouse button and then switch it over to gradient. We want the sphere here, and you want to make sure you have your primary color you want here, and the background is black. And watch what happens. Nothing's happening yet, so why is nothing happening yet? Okay, something went wrong here. Because I just had this working. What is going on here? Okay, and then let's go to let's do color dodge. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay, linear dodge. And then just simply drag it around. And then now we're going to switch our colors. Let's add a little bit of green in there. That is actually pretty cool. This is, believe it or not, this was actually an assignment from my photography class, just to get used to Photoshop and everything before we actually took any photos. Now then, what I'm going to show you next, however, is actually pretty cool. There we go. Okay, so now that we got our background layer, we're going to add some layers. So we're going to go to Layer, we're going to go to Adjustment Layer. Let's adjust the brightness here. Yeah, very bright, look at that. Let's lower the contrast here a little. We're going to kind of leave it like that, see how things go. Now then, we're going to add another layer, that is a adjustment layer. Let's go with hue saturation. This is always a fun one to add. So I can change the colors here, or if you go to Colorize, which I love doing, there you go. Increase the saturation. Now they're all blue. Change the lightness or darkness. Of course, that's way too overexposed, so let's kind of go right there again with that cool green. Dilute it a little. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to add another layer to it. Then we're going to go to... Ooh, let's do... Let's do this one next. Beautiful. Now watch, if I place it there, depending on where you actually place these at, can affect it in many other ways. Okay, now that does look pretty cool there, so let's add another layer. We're going to go to here again. This time, let's add an exposure layer to this. Now you see there in the center there, we got some little bit of a dark purple there coming from this, while the outside's pink. Let's make sure we offset it. Look at that right there. That is how you create trippy stuff. Let's do gamma correction. Okay, now they look like giant eyeballs, basically. So let's see what happens if we move this one around. Let's see, put it on the invert. Let's see. Okay, can't do it much there. Offset. Ooh, right there. Now that is pretty cool. Okay, so let's continue to move this one down here a little bit. So let's see, that was exposure. Let's move exposure down here and play with it. Let's see where we get now. Okay, still not much change. Huh. Okay, so about right there, the whole thing turns purple. So let's move it down one more layer. So let's... That does actually look pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, that's how you create some pretty cool stuff here in Photoshop. Let's see, let's get that right there. Okay, so now let's also go back and edit some of these other ones. So we already inverted it. Can't do nothing there, so let's adjust the brightness again. Okay, starts to fade away now because we got that up so high. If we go back to hue saturation and play with this. Okay, now we're going to add one more layer to this. You continue to add more layers and move them around, but we're going to add a where we're going to posterize. So what this does is right there. Look at that. So let's move this one around some. So we're going to move this below the invert. Nothing happens. It's getting brighter. Huh. Doesn't really affect it much. I just love how it does that there. You know what, let's add one more just for the heck of it. Let's do a... We've already done vibrance, I think. No, we actually have not. Okay, we'll do vibrance. Let's see if I can remember correctly. If I add a... Oh, please don't tell me they got rid of it in 2017 version. I guess they did, so let's go to the levels adjuster. Okay. So there we go. We can make the background either completely white or add the darkness in there. And now, wow. We made some modern day art. That's trippy. That is, I ain't gonna lie, that's very trippy. That is really cool. And if we even adjust the curves, which is also affecting the light, we can actually increase it just a tad bit. Make it dark. Now let's move this around here, the levels. Like I said, this is some really cool stuff you guys can learn to do. And this is just nothing but applying filters to it. Now you gotta use the adjustment layer filter, so just come down to here. Because if you use normal filters, once it's on there, it's on there. These actually make separate layers of it. Normal adjustment filter would just adjust that. So let's see what happens if we start taking some of these away. Ooh. That is, like I said, this is just nothing but playing with the filters. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love doing these. This is very fun to do. As you see with all these on there. And actually, if you look right there, see how that dot's there? If you look, or I'll see, where was it? They can add dots sometimes. Like there'll be dots that aren't actually there. Ooh, I like that one a lot. So yeah, have fun playing with these settings. This is just real fun to do. Especially if you want to kill time or actually make artwork out of this. I mean, look at that there with the wide vibrance of colors. And all you gotta do is just keep on adjusting the filters, moving them around, and you can create a wide variety of things. If I had my normal flash drive here, I would actually show you all the artwork I've done. If you guys would actually like to see me do a video going over the other ones I've done, let me know. Because I've done a lot of these. I ain't lying. I was like months ahead of my Photoshop class, so I got bored and, well, voila. So please subscribe, leave comments, and as always, have a nice day. Live, love, game on. Make sure you hit that little bell to be notified of my next video. Peace.